Wasn't really going to film this, but I figured why not. I have these Ultra ramps. You might have heard of them. They're the yellow ramps that I use a lot in repairing cars and stuff because they're really tall ramps. They come with an extension kit with just this is part of it. Well, the other day when I went to put this car on the ramps, it broke off the pin that holds the ramp down. So I figured we're going to do some fab work today. I found me a carriage bolt. I don't know what it goes to. All I know is that it works. Here's just your basic carriage bolt. It looks like it might be a bumper bolt. But I got so many different bolts I couldn't even begin to tell you what they do. Yeah, I think this went to something because I see bits of green in there. But anyway, we're going to pound this down inside this hole right here. And then I'm going to measure off the back side of the good stud. Cut that off with my wheel. Pop a nut on it to hold it down, and I think we'll be good to go. So, let me move you off the table so you're not getting jarred around. Yeah, see, that works out real good. See that? Fits in the hole real nice. I don't think I need to cut anything off of it. I think it'll fit just fine. If that works, I think I'll do the same thing on the other side. Let's go see how well this fits, because we need to take care of that part, because that part sticking up might be a problem. Let's come over here. If you don't know how these Ultra ramps work, I'll show you. You basically, if you have a low profile car, you get one of these kits, okay? Well, this part here slides into the ramp base like that, okay? And then your black part, it fits inside this slot right here. And there you go. That's how it works. So your car has a low spot to drive up on. It drives up onto there, and then you're good to go. Well, apparently this car was a little bit tire heavy on this side here and snapped that end off. And I think we just fixed it. Yeah. Fits nice and solid too. So, I don't think I'm going to put a flat nut, or a flat, I was going to put a nut on this side here. Don't think I need to though. I might do it to be able to flatten that nut, that carriage bolt down now. Use the impact on it and drive it down. I think that might actually work. I should have a socket big enough to make that work. Let's see what we have in our bolt bin today. Let's see. Here's one. I think this is actually one of the nuts that goes to it. See, it's a lock nut. See? Should be able to spin that down on there. Yeah. There we go. Spin that down on there like that. I'll go grab a wrench or a ratchet and we'll tighten that down and try to draw that carriage bolt down inside the plastic. So I'll be right back. Okay, so whatever bolt I picked up, it uses a 1/2 inch socket, so that might help you a little bit if you need to find one. And we're just going to take our big half drive ratchet here and we're just going to tighten this down. And what it's going to do, if we're lucky, is we're going to suck that nut, or we're going to draw this bolt, the carriage bolt, into the if we don't do that, we'll split this thing, and well, that wouldn't do any good either. And it seems like it's working. Let's put a little bit of spray on it, that way we can kind of get a help it out a little bit. If this idea doesn't work, which I'm sure it will, and it doesn't look like it's working, we have a pair of clamping pliers we can use on it. We'll do a couple more turns on it, see if we can get it to go down all the way. And let's see. Is it coming down? It doesn't look like it. Alright, well, plan B. We'll take this off. All this is doing is leaving an impression on the back side of this ramp. We don't want to leave an impression, we want to draw that carriage bolt down. So as usual, I have a plan B. See, what it did was it just flattened it down. Didn't really do much of anything other than that. So, alright, so we're going to try plan B, which should work. Got a pair of these. Let me show you how we do this. Take this. We're going to kind of offset when we clamp on it, because we want to clamp it down to the thing here. Let's see if we can find a good spot to clamp. Nope, that ain't gonna work either. Well, we can try plan C, which is continue to beat it down with the hammer. We can try that out and see what that does. So we'll get you back over here, and we're gonna set this down on the edge of our table. Gonna hold it down with one hand, and we're gonna beat it in with the other. Make sure that we don't have any there it is. Well, plan C worked on this one. See that? You got your bolt all the way down. Kind of see that like that right there. And then I don't think we need to worry about it coming out, so we don't have to put a nut on the back side. And so that'll fix that one. I guess if I want to, I could go get the saw and cut this side and then put one on this side too. Yeah, actually I'm gonna go do that. Let me go grab my saw and I'll be right back. All right, so I tried to straighten this out with a pair of pliers. That didn't work. Not to mention it's really chewed up on the back, and it's just a matter of time before this one breaks off. So I'm gonna grab my saw blade right here. We're gonna kind of cut level like across there. And then we should be able to put our bolt in it, so. There we go. Clean that up real quick. Yeah, see, it would have eventually broke off, because you see how chewed up that is right there. That's supposed to be straight across, like on the back side, and it's not. We're going to put a little bit of spray in here to kind of aid in installation. Put a little bit on the bolt. There we go. Aid some installation. Flip it over. Stick our bolt through. Tap it through with the hammer. It's coming through. Might have to drill it out a little bit, make the hole a little bit bigger. There is a little bit of a catch in there, so let me see if I can get that to come back out. Yeah, there's a little bit of a catch in there. We got to drill it out a little bit, so let me go grab my drill. We'll be right back. All Alright, we're going to use a 1/4-inch drill bit. We're going to drill the inside out of this thing. As you can see. Alright, scoot this back so and it's plastic, so you shouldn't have to try too hard on it. Alright, we're going to go ahead and punch that bolt back through the other side. Get your favorite Phillips screwdriver and a hammer and tap our bolt through. And then we want to finish drilling through our hole. There we go. Grab our bolt, see if it fits through the back side here. And it looks like we gotta clean up that opening right there just a little bit, so we'll go there we go. That'll work. Just want to kind of clean the hole up a little bit so that you can get your bolt through. And I think we're going to be able to drive that through with no problems. I'm going to try to blow off your stuff whenever possible. And push that through as far as you can by hand, and then we're going to try to drive it through with the hammer like we did the other side. Coming through slowly. There's another way you can do this if you want to. Because this is a carriage bolt, it's got a flat edge on the bottom of the bolt head. And you can take a pair of pliers and you can twist it through, kind of like this. You just kind of thread it through. Put your finger on the bottom of it, you can feel it coming through the bottom of the extension piece. Yep, I can feel it coming through. See? Kind of bring it upside down so you can see it coming through the bottom there. See that? You can thread it through. And then if you want to, which we can try this as well, because we've threaded that through, we can put a nut on the back side of it. You gotta get more of it to come through here, so. Alright, then we can take our nut that we had, our 1/2-inch nut, put it on the back side of these threads right here. We can drive those through like this. What that's going to do is that's going to bring this bolt through all the way. At least I hope it does. It seems to be working. The bolt was turning for a minute, then it stopped turning. And it's starting to come through, see that? But at the same time, it's also cracking our base. We don't want to crack the base, we just want to get the bolt through. So I'll go ahead and tighten this down. I'll get this bolt through, and then we'll move on to the next step. So I kind of wish I recorded it, but I got this one to suck down on its own just by drawing it down by threading it through the bottom. Pretty cool, actually. I didn't think it would do that. Pro tip though, use your vice grips. You can clamp your vice grips right here on these threads just enough to hold the vice grips on, and then just kind of turn it. And if you turn it, it'll draw itself down inside the top there, and you'll be good to go. So let's try this out. The only other thing I'm worried about is when I have to put this kit back together, whether those are going to be too long to put back together. But let's see how well this works. We're going to reinstall it into our ramp here. So we'll take our repaired ramp and find a couple bolt holes for this to fit into. I think it fits in down here. Yep, there we go. Look at that. And it works. So if you got one of these kits and the tab broke off and you're thinking it's garbage, depending on how it broke off, you can fix it. All I did was use a couple carriage bolts. And the best part about it is when I get ready to roll this car off this ramp, that black piece will be sitting on top. Will not interfere with these whatsoever. But if you want to, if you want the flat look, you could take a grinder, grind this bump off the top of the carriage bolt and have a flat bolt. As long as you don't grind too much into it, because you'll destroy the bolt. But yeah, this is a silly little video I thought I'd make while I'm waiting on parts for this car. I can't really start on anything else until this car is done because I need these ramps for the Buick over here. We're going to be doing another tank thing on that. Matter of fact, I'm going to do some stuff before we do that. So, but yeah, if you like this idea, go ahead and comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff. And we'll see you on the next one.